Hualien stands 6 feet 1 foot tall and weighs 187 pounds with his thick eyebrows and tall, strong physique, and he has stand unmatched build. This 23-year-old athlete, Wang Ming-hui, a misnamed Hualien, from Taiwan community in Hualien, is the only rower in the Taiwanese team at the Beijing Olympics this year. Experienced Asian Junior Rowing Championship double sculls first place 2002, Asian Junior Rowing Championship single sculls second place 2003, Athens Olympics 2004, East Asian Games double sculls third place 2005, National Games single sculls first place 2007, Asian Olympics rowing qualifying tournament third place 2008. With powerful stroke, one rows with his back towards to the summer lake. One first started rowing in high school in less than a year. He took home gold from the Asian Junior Rowing Championship for double sculls. In 2004, he represented Taiwan at the Athens Olympics. Although he came in 25th place, his coach said performance showed his sports talents after only 3 years of training. One is that talented type of athlete. In less than a year after he started high school, he went rowing in the Asian Junior Rowing Championship. He probably is the most talented rower in the last 20 years in Taiwan rowing history. When I was small, people believed that the object a baby picked up indicated the profession he or she would choose after growing up. My grandma said if the baby picked a gold spoon, pen, or book, it meant would become a good student. But me, I picked up the baseball bat. Perhaps one's choice of a baseball bat when he was a baby predicted his future as a successful athlete. One played baseball in primary school and joined javelin and track sports in secondary school. After graduating from secondary school, he worked in Taipei for a while to help the family. A year later, with the recommendation from his secondary school teacher, he got into Suili Vocational High School in Taichung, continued to practice javelin. This was when rowing coach Peng saw his well-built physique and considered him a perfect candidate for rowing. The coach then asked Wang if he'd be interested in joining his rowing team. Would you like to practice rowing? Coach asked. I said no. I wanted to practice javelin. I want to see if I could get a good result. He said, do you have a chance to compete abroad if you practice hard? I didn't know. He asked me to get another stick, compete with me. He said if I won, he would teach me more techniques on javelin throwing. If I lost, I have to join the rowing team. The coach was a national champion in the 90s. I thought the age would affect him. He let me go first. I did. He laughed. What, that's the best you can do? You still want to practice javelin? He beats me, so I joined the rowing team. Rowing may seem elegant to other people, but it actually requires a lot of strength and practice repeat the same movements. It tests the athlete's balance and endurance and trains his muscles. It also challenges the athlete's ability to conquer the feeling of loneliness. It's a lonely sport. Very often he had to spend the whole afternoon on the boat alone without speaking to anyone, except the coach who corrects his movement, so it requires a lot of mental strength too. When you're exhausted, you manage to cheer yourself up. Sometimes he will tell me that I am not working hard enough, to which I reply because we are chatting or it's boring. Rowing is a self-contained sport that requires the whole body to move continuously. Because the athlete cannot see what's going on behind him when rowing, the coach's instruction are the athlete's only guide whether he's practicing or competing. One says he grew up near the streams and used to play in them all the time. He is not afraid of water. The waterway for the games is 2 kilometers long, which is quite challenging. One says he isn't aiming for the medal at the Beijing Olympics, since Asian athletes generally are not as well trained as those European countries, which has longer history of rowing. But he hopes he can beat athletes from Iran, India, Hong Kong, and other Asian countries to get into final 12 as warm-up for the Asian Games to be held in Guangzhou in 2010. TITV Weekly.